Contra, a great classic. The game is so good they are almost in every one of those bootleg cartridges you find in game shops. I should talk about my experience with bootleg games in another video because it played a significant part of my childhood gaming. But putting that aside, I used to play this game so much I could beat the game without losing a single life. Despite that though, I always used the Dirty Lives code whenever I played. The Konami code, the up, down, left, right, A and B. It was a famous cheat command used for some of other Konami games. It was so well known that you found out about it eventually, in some way. For me, I learned about it from my neighbors, who would always come to my place to play because I was one of the few kids around who owned a Nintendo console. The game is a simple side-scrolling shooter, but it has great control, great BGM, and awesome graphics. That is all what's needed to be a great popular game. Things were much simpler back then. There are different weapons you can pick up in this game, but I have always gone for the spread shot. I would argue that it is the best weapon in the game because of how much screen it can cover. It can take out enemies right as they appear, which is very important to staying alive in this game. We start off at the jungle and fight our way into the enemy base by destroying their defenses. We then move through corridors, taking out more defenses that's keeping us from moving further. And we finally arrive to take out this eye-looking boss that shoots out a giant circle. Next, we climb up the mountain at this big waterfall. At the top, we fight this alien-looking creature with its arms swinging and its mouth literally spitting fire. Things sure got escalated quickly. After taking out this alien, we are back to infiltrating another base. But this time, we got soldiers shooting and jumping at us, and this strange head with a brain inside shooting homing bubbles. Now we're in the tundra, getting spammed with grenades and soldiers. As if that wasn't enough, we also have to face a truck armed with a gun and spikes that charges at you if you don't take it out quickly enough. At the end here, we arrive at an entrance of some sort, and a mothership greets us, throwing bombs and setting out little flying saucers. This would have been a more difficult fight if we weren't using the spread shot. Inside the entrance is this strange place full of pipes. The background looks like the night sky, so I guess we are still outside. Next, we got flames coming out of the walls and the broken parts of pipes. This place is in need of some serious repair. Maybe this macho guy shooting out discs and hopping around should go take a look at it. And here is me forgetting that I could jump over his head. Getting the macho guy out of the way, now we're in a different place with extending spikes and spike walls. What is even the purpose of this place? At least there are some walls in the background this time. But I find it funny that if you look careful enough, places with death traps conveniently doesn't have any background at all. Was it a programming limitation or just laziness? At the end, we hit another defense installation. I'm getting overwhelmed by all the bombs and soldiers coming out from the door. Yikes. Moving on into the door, we are now in, what is this nasty looking place? What is this creature flying at me? And what the heck is this giant alien looking head? It looks terrifying. And these mouths shooting out hairy looking balls. Oh god, are these the chest busters from Alien? And this giant heart, I remember how scary this looked when I first saw it as a kid. After blowing up the heart, we level the island and scatter out of there. And that is the end of Contra. Next, we're gonna be talking about Super Contra, or I believe it is called Super C in the States. Again, I always start out with Dirty Lives because it saves me time to beat the game with what limited amount of time I am allowed to play when I was a kid. But this time, Konami tricks us by reversing the Dirty Lives code. So In this game, you actually put in right, left, down, up, BA, BA to get the 30 lives. In this game, the spread shot still lose all. Always get them, and once you do, hold on to it with your dear life. We start out the game in a base with barracks. Enemies are coming in from outside of the screen and the barracks. The control in this game is even better than the first one, and I like the BGM in this game more. The graphics is also more refined in this game. The boss of this area is a chopper with turrets that once all destroyed, the core shows up and needs to be taken out before the chopper goes down. The second area shows a new mechanic, where the build is from top down, but for some reason you cannot jump in this stage. Even Rygar was able to jump in a top down map. I say the Contra dudes needs to step up their game. The boss is this giant vehicle with electric rods and 3 soldiers running on it as they shoot at you with their guns. The third area is a jungle. Besides the endless enemies popping in from outside of the screen, there are also turrets and red soldiers hiding behind the trees to be on the lookout for. You can submerge into the water at the lake to avoid bullets. Once we get out of the jungle, we are greeted with this 4-legged creature that shoots bullets in 6 ways. Then the earth starts to shake and platforms will collapse. Avoid going too far forward, or you may find yourself down into the pit. The boss is this giant building with orbs that moves around and shoot at you. The strategy is just to stand right below it, like here, and you're mostly safe. We then move on to area 4. These air ducts that shoots bubbles down are kinda annoying, but they are not endless, so it is best to clear it out until the bubbles stop. These bombs on the top drops down when you shoot at it, so make sure you're out of the way first. As we climb up the platforms, we eventually reach the lift. Major things to watch out for are the moving turrets and the bubbles that will chase you. As we reach to the top, the boss slides in. I used to call it the teeth for some reason. It is difficult to avoid these lasers they shoot out, so the best way is to take out each teeth as quickly as possible, so it can build a safe area. After we break the tooth out of these things, we are now in area 5, where we will be climbing up these platforms. Keep an eye out for these rocks, best to destroy it quickly. The boss here is some kind of a grotesque alien ship that shoots out walking skulls. You know we are getting close to the end when the alien starts to show up. In area 6, we are back to the top-down view, but we are not fighting infantry or tanks anymore. These giant mouths pop out endlessly, so focus on moving forward than trying to clear it. Same strategy applies to this part, with aliens spawning endlessly on both sides. Trying to clear them out will get you overwhelmed, like what's happening to me right now. Now we're at the boss with this 3-headed creature. Some of the alien design in this game is legit scary to me. The boss itself is easy. It's gonna need more than that to face me. Oh, what's this? The screen is shaking. And here comes the second phase. This one looks even scarier. We also got this giant worm here. Oh my. But it is another easy one. The worm did nothing but circle around me, and whatever the boss was shooting gets destroyed right away. Their difficulty does not match their looks. Heading inside where the boss popped out of, we reach to area 7. We now got these humanoid aliens instead of infantry, and these nasty things shooting things out of its mouth as it slowly approaches. Oh, and now we got these totally not the eggs from the Alien movie. Am I going to get sued for playing this game? I hope not. The boss meets us at the bottom, and it is a giant alien skeleton. Now this boss is not to be messed with. It drips ooze down from the 2 ends at the top. The chest shoots out giant circle of flame, and its mouth shoots out 3 red things that chases you. I wish I had a spread shot. because it would have made this boss much easier. We're now in Area 8, the final area. Things look familiar right off the bat. This reminds me of the final stage in the first Contra game. I hated these alien head turrets because their projectiles are so fast. And be careful of the falling ceiling right here. It can send you down the pit if you don't time your jump well. And now we are finally at the final boss. I don't even know what's going on here. Let's see. We have this alien head with giant tusks and a muscular arm with no hands. And then there's this female looking face and a giant claw under it. Whatever it was, it did bring fear into me as a child. Again though, the boss itself isn't difficult. Avoid the projectiles and shoot at its tiny eyes and it goes down in no time. And that is Super Contra. If you like this video, please do hit the like button. And if you like what I do, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video.